135, back. Team 135, quarterback. Have an assault just occurred.
Mayor, this is possible, okay?
13112, first aid deal.
I put the other vacancy and that gets cleared.
My name's Reuben Davis. I'm an attorney and a reserve deputy sheriff. I've been a SWAT officer for 9 years.
Roger! Can you hear me?
We have 7 reserves on the team.
This is Talk. I got an update from the negotiators.
We deal with armed and barricaded suspects, and we deal with hostage rescue type situations.
Come on, guys. I didn't do nothing wrong.
My name is Lieutenant Vince DiDonatis. I've been a Phoenix Police Reserve for approximately 22 years now. I find patrol to be the best experience you can get and the most place you can immediately help somebody real quick. We're going to a burglary in progress right now.
Police! Phoenix Police! Alright, I got a kitchen right here and it looks like it opens up to the living room.
Some of my best friends out here are full-time officers. And I look forward to coming out here and helping them out and doing things with them. My daytime job, I work for Kenyon Plastering as a safety director.
Put your hands on top of your head. Turn around.
All of our reserve officers do the exact same thing as a rig officer. The only difference is one works part-time and one works full-time.
My name is Scott Cuthbertson.
You good or you need some cover?
No, I'm good.
Alright, brother. Be safe. Sure.
As a reserve deputy sheriff here in El Paso County, I run the reserve section. We're probably one of the top reserve sections in the country.
What we got here is a little sort of road rage incident. You're in the middle of a rolling argument with a guy when I pull up behind you.
I'm a Colonel of the United States Army. I work at the United States Army Space and Missile Defense Command over at Peterson Air Force Base. The same types of challenges I face in my military job we face here.
You're gonna be okay? You're still visibly shaken.
You can go from helping find a lost child to breaking up a domestic violence within 10 minutes.
My name is J.T. Alpott. I'm a Reserve Tactical Flight Officer for the Los Angeles Police Department Air Support Division. It's known worldwide as the top-notch division for airborne law enforcement in the world.
So silver Mitsubishi, male black suspect, assaulting a female in the intersection.
I've been lucky enough to apply my love of flying both in my regular job and in my reserve career.
Taxi 885, the kidnap just occurred at 15558 Chase Street. Suspect vehicle is a brown Ford Explorer. License 4, Robert.
I've worked in news helicopters as a news photographer. I work for Helicopter Now in an executive role with imaging systems and camera systems.
That's a Ford. Got 2 passengers in it. You see him in the number? Yeah, I got him. Yeah. Would you want the front plate or the back plate? Let's try to get the back.
So there's been a lot of crossover between my 2 jobs.
Mayor, this is possible, okay? Northbound Hollywood Freeway at the Sherman Way pedestrian bridge.
You can show Air 16 over the call.
It's life or death out there.
There is no distinction between a reserve and a regular officer.
How bad is this going to be?
The average citizen would not recognize that they're dealing with a reserve deputy versus a full-time deputy here.
No, no, sir. No, sir.
You'll find reserve officers shoulder to shoulder with the full-time officers.
71. I got it.
Reserves are equal partners on equal footing with our full-time counterparts.
Can I ask what happened?
Hey, he almost ran into my police car? Yeah, that would be the problem, and he's been drinking?
Constantly on a daily basis, you would have to prove yourself to regular officers to show them you can do the job just as well.
When was the last time you had a beer?
We get a lot of opportunities where folks take advantage of the skills from their professional job and bring it over to the law enforcement side of the house.
Reserves need to be just as qualified as full-time officers. That means the same selection criteria, the same physical requirements, the same understanding of the law, the same firearms and tactical training. Because once we're out there, we have no idea what's around the next corner.
Oh, wait, go. Go down. On the track.
Being a reserve deputy sheriff is pretty rewarding, and it rounds me as a person.
How much weed you been smoking tonight? Because you stink of it. You know what that feels like to me? God, that's exactly what it felt like to me. What are you doing?
You know, America doesn't have the market cornered on reserves. There are reserves all over the world. In fact, before we even had a country, they had reserves called special constables in England.
I'm John Barradell, Chief Officer of the London Special Constabulary. There's about 1,500 specials serving in London at the moment. There's a further 1,000 or so who are candidates to join. They come from all walks of life, all parts of London.
I'll have a word with you as well. Where's home?
I take deep breath, now blow.
We all have a responsibility for making our community safer. It's our community after all.
Okay, stop.
I'm also Deputy Chief Executive for Westminster City Council. It's a local authority for the centre of London. What the Special Constabulary does is allow the police service to draw from the community it serves.
Jill, one down the alley. Stop there!
Law enforcement, once it's in your blood, it's hard to get it out. We really have to prove ourselves on a daily basis.
Being able to help citizens and solve their problems is fantastic.
The agency would be hamstrung without the reserve program.
It's just the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Have we got stories to tell?